Welcome to today's presentation, where I'm going to show you the HR Connect add-in from Microsoft Dynamics. This connector allows you to connect to any external HR system and bring the HR data into Dynamics and create workers, project resources, users, suppliers, and bank accounts, and essentially have the connector create and maintain all of this automatically. For this presentation, I'm going to use the HR system HiBob, as it's one of the providers that we've been collaborating with to bring this to the market. But as long as you can get a file extract or your HR system has an API, then the connector will work. In HiBob, I'm just going to go to the report section. So here we go. To reports. And for this demonstration, I'm just going to do a full extract. So I'm going to select that. HiBob does have the functionality to just send you the HR workers, HR records that has been changed or created, so that you don't have to do a full extract every time. That being said, the expense connector can easily handle that. So our file is now saved to our local drive. So I can now go back into Dynamics. And in here, I'll go to the human resource module. So I'm just going to scroll down. Oh, and here you can see we actually have an HR Connect tab in here, which has introduced 3 new areas where we can import the worker records, process them, and also see the records that we have imported. So for now, I'm going to start off with importing this file. Browse, go to my downloads, select that file, and now that it's importing that file, the system will transfer that into a staging table, and at the same time it's also going to start identifying which legal entities the workers belong to. So let's go into the staging area and have a look at the records. So in this view, we can see the imported records. We can even see what status they're in. So imported just means that the records has been imported into the staging table, but we haven't processed them any further. Status processed means that the records has been created in Dynamics and it's been fully processed. And then we also have an error status if there's been, just in case there's been any issues with processing the records. So all of this looks fine, and I'm just going to go ahead and I'm going to start processing the worker records. So selecting that, and this can obviously be set up as a batch so that we don't have to do this manually. It actually just becomes a fully automated functionality. So activating my batch job now. And now the system will apply all of our mapping rules to the records, and it will also look at all of the parameters we set up. So the system will know whether or not to create an associated supplier, whether or not it needs to create the associated bank account, whether or not we need to create it as a project resource, and so on. So let's go and have a look at one of the workers, and we will have a look at the worker Christina, who is a newly created worker in the HR system. So back here in Dynamics, I'm now going to take you through the various areas where Christina has been created. So we'll start off with the employee record, and in here we can see that Christina has been created. And if I open up Christina, then based on some of the configuration in HR Connect, we should also see some financial dimensions that's associated to her. So we can see that's been assigned correctly, given that Christina is actually a developer. So she's in our IT consultancy practice and associated with the IT department. The employment history has also been updated, so it's in line with when she was employed. And in case she ever gets terminated, then the HR Connect will also update the employment history with that. So just closing this down, and we'll have a look at the expense tab to make sure that her record has been assigned to a worker supplier, so that we can reimburse her for any expenses that she might incur. So let's just have a look. So that is her supplier, which the HR Connect has also created. So I'm just going to close this. And from here, I'm just going to go in and have a look at that supplier. So let's see if we can find Christina. Just going to browse down. And the supplier itself should also have the financial dimensions, which was assigned to her worker record. So we see here, got the same business unit, the same department. In addition to that, let's have a look at the bank account. And here, the system uses a parameterized bank account name, and we can see that her bank account details has also been transferred to the system. So closing that. Then next, we'll go and have a look at the project resources to make sure that she is listed as an available resource, so that we can start registering time and expenses against her. So here we go. And I'm just going to scroll down, and there she is. That means that the system is now ready to register time and expense against her. We can even start including her in scheduling if needed. And the last thing we need to have a look at is whether or not we have a system user for her. So onto the user list, and if I scroll down, then we can see here that her user has been created. The system will only create a basic user, however it will link it up to the correct legal entity and her worker record. But when it comes to assigning security profiles and enabling the user, this is something you would still have to do. And that's actually the HR Connect shown end to end. Hope you enjoyed it.